Hello everybody. Today we are finally able to test the native version of Cyberpunk on Mac. This is recorded on an M4 Max Mac Studio with 40 GPU cores and 48 gigabytes of unified memory. Today we're going to be running through parts of Night City, doing a couple missions on different settings, showing you guys the performance. All the settings are going to be recorded at 1440p. Um, that's the highest refresh rate, or not refresh rate, that's the highest resolution that my monitor is able to do. But we're going to go through all the settings today. We're starting off with complete ultra settings with ray tracing also on ultra. Um, this does tank performance. Ray tracing is pretty demanding in this game, especially for Mac. Um, as you can see, we're kind of just getting above 30 FPS, which I'm not a fan of playing games near 30 FPS. I like to be above 100 at least, especially with my monitor's refresh rate. That's 240 hertz. Um, but we are able to get into like the 40s, kind of driving around. It's not unplayable with ray tracing, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it for like a smooth experience. Um, so I'll drive around for a little bit so you guys can kind of see how like quickly moving through the map with ray tracing performs on here. Um, Again, not super great, but I've honestly never played a game with ray tracing enabled. It's not something that I really care about, or um, the hit and performance is just way too much for me to justify using it for very little graphical gains, in my opinion. Um, yeah, so we've gotten to like mid 40s even with ray tracing on ultra, so it's definitely playable. But we can definitely pump out a lot more frames than this. So I'm going to go ahead to my settings. Again, full screen 1440p, HDR is on, VSync off. We're going to go down to just normal ultra. Um, I'll turn MetalFX off. This really tanks performance. MetalFX and upscaling is, in my opinion, needed right now for the game. Hopefully with Metal 4 it'll look a little bit better with upscaling, but as you can see we're again in like the 30 FPS range. Uh, Not super great to run natively, unfortunately, at 1440p. Um, but if we turn MetalFX on quality, um, and go to, oh my god, go to Ultra, MetalFX quality, no VSync, apply, we start to get a playable frame rate, in my opinion. We're mostly above 60 in a lot of scenarios, way smoother. Visuals still look really good. It it's unfortunate, but at least having metal effects on quality really helps the game's performance. Much smoother. I don't notice a huge difference in like the graphic settings or anything like that. Everything looks crisp. Um, and we can kind of play with this a little bit if I go to performance mode. Still looks pretty good. I don't see a lot of like grainy effects or anything like that, and we're already hitting above like 100 FPS in the 90s pretty consistently. Um, and not a huge hit with that performance on MetalFX. It doesn't look like FSR1. You can still see details great. Even distant objects look pretty good. There's a little bit of flickering, as you can see, um, from far away objects, but we're going to now go to high settings on quality. So no ray tracing, still at 1440p. I'll turn film grain off. I hate that. But there's only a few things that aren't on ultra on high settings, and we get about mid 80s on this one. It'll drop in the 70s and occasionally 60s, but mostly high 80s. Again, game still looks very good on high settings, 1440p, even being upscaled a little bit. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of run around. I'm going to go kill this cyber psycho, show you guys like combat performance, and then I'll drop the settings even lower to see how many frames we can get out of this game. But I'm pleasantly surprised, I guess. There's a little bit of a performance boost over the crossover version, but not as much as I would have liked. But again, with Metal 4 coming out with Tahoe in the fall, hopefully there's like a pretty decent boost in performance with this game. Because I'm pretty sure they already said that they're going to implement it in the game. So we'll get into some combat here. Sorry if I sound weird for some reason with this game. While I record it, I cannot hear the audio. When the recording's all said and done, you guys can hear the audio, but I'm kind of playing in silence right now, which is really weird for me. I don't know if it's a bug with this game, because it's the only game where my black hole channel is not working correctly. So yeah, as you can see, even I guess it's just one enemy right now, but still runs really well, like really well in combat. And we get cross saves. This is a save that I'm playing from my Switch 2, believe it or not. Also runs surprisingly well on that device. Alright. Killed him. Need to find his secrets. Right, there we go. It's gotta be it, right? Send that to Regina. Alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop to medium settings. Show you guys kind of the performance we can get out of that. So we're at all medium. We're still at 1440p, full screen, no VSync. And now we're getting close to about 120, which is really smooth, really nice. Game still looks great. They did a really good job with even lower settings in this game, making it look really pretty. I'm always surprised by how good this game looks. But we're well over 100 now with these settings. Oh. We're gonna try to find another mission. car. Jesus. But yeah, even driving around, we're still getting above 90 most of the time on medium settings. This studio is like silent. The temperatures are like actually abnormally good for a game of this caliber. Like it, even on my MacBook Pro, which I'll also make a video playing the game on. It's like really impressive. Like the fans hardly kick on at all. It's really crazy. Alright, let's find a fast travel. Where is this thing? Come on, where's the fast travel? Alright. Loading times are also really good. I mean, really, really good. Except for not this one, apparently. That is the longest I've seen one take. Right, as I said, they were really good. Alright.
What now? Call for backup, crack some heads open, drag the bodies inside. Hey. In you go.
So yeah, inside we're getting, again, well over 100 FPS. And we're still on medium settings. MetalFX is on auto. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on balanced. Game still looks great. Let's try performance. See if it looks crappy. It still looks really good. A lot of detail.
Be careful who you bargain with.
Rogue. Wanted to talk.
It's okay.
Alright.
Not here, not there. Who are you?
Name's V.
And what is...
Skip ahead in dialogue.
Need your serve. Been you the... Should be enough. Here to see Rogue. Expecting me. Hey, Rogue. Hope you found him.
Don't see that often. Determination like yours.
What's up, Johnny? While we're inside, real quick, I'm gonna put the settings back on high
Bottle stays.
and see what we get indoors.
Go ahead.
To your health.
Thanks.
Sorry for my clicky keys, by the way.
Queen.
Got a sharp.
Must be prepping him. Chinese. Think help.
Lots of dialogue. Sorry, guys.
So, can't. Got a bad feeling. Where's Pan Am? She. Finally. All clear. Thanks.
Good luck.
Gonna puke? Hang on just a little longer, Chu. Ripper's on the way.
This Pan Am?
Be here.
Beware. How did you even get this number?
From Rogue.
Great. Fuck. Where's that old warhorse want to kick me now?
This thing between you and Rogue. Couldn't care less. Got a job for you.
Good. But I'm overextended at the moment.
With the merch and your car.
Alright, lastly, I'm just going to drop to low settings. MetalFX I'll put on quality.
Getting them back? I can help with that.
The rail freight yard on Benita Street. The one hugging the city line. We'll meet there.
See ya.
So yeah, low settings, quality, we're getting over 100 FPS, which is pretty decent. I'm gonna go down to low settings, performance, MetalFX, and let's see, this is probably the most we can get out of the game right now at 1440p, which is a little over 120. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna try to get us to a nice area in Dogtown. Or at the start of the DLC at least.
All units in the area. Criminal activity reported in Watson.
Roger. Probably some cyber psycho again, but I'll handle it.
Okay, let's go.
Any update on my overtime bonus? Dispatch?
Code 0. I repeat, Code 0 in this area. All units resume normal duty.
I can never get the driving down on keyboard. It's extremely difficult for me, I don't know why. Very touchy. Come on, where's the fast travel? Here we go. So low settings and performance, MetalFX, it still runs great. Or runs great and also looks good. Like, I'm surprised that low settings looks this good. A lot of games run or look a lot shittier at low FPS. But even it's holding steady FPS in combat. Our frame graph like the entire time has been really steady, which is nice to see, especially since the port is like brand new. Ow. So yeah, I would have liked to see a little bit more of a performance boost from the crossover version, but again, that just kind of shows how good crossover is at actually like optimizing games through their platform. Like, it's really impressive that there's not a huge boost in a native port compared to you know, running it through multiple translation layers and all that. But yeah, so even combat, we're still looking really good. The game is definitely playable, and I'll make a video using my M4 MacBook Pro with the 20-core GPU. I've tested it a little bit on there already, and it runs really good. But I'm very excited that this game is finally out natively for Mac. I've been waiting all year to test it out. Of course, it came out when I was helping move my brother to Washington, D.C., so I was away from my computers for like a week and wasn't able to record anything until today, but still very pleasantly surprised with how everything is running so far. I'll do a little more combat, but we'll jump back up to high settings, quality, MetalFX. So yeah, that was kind of a big group of enemies, and no stutters, no hiccups. Everything was running really well. Even at high settings, we're still getting really good frame graph. It's nice and smooth, nice and even, which is what we like to see. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be making another video with my MacBook Pro showing performance. But if you'd like to see anything else in this game tested, please let me know in the comments. I'm sorry this was kind of like all over the place in terms of showing the game. It's kind of hard for me to pick an area when there's so many like heavy dialogue scenes, and I've only played this game once when it first came out, so I don't know exactly where like huge areas of combat are, or really intensive parts of the city. But again, right now we're running at high, and it looks like there's quite a few enemies here. I'll pull out my explosive machine gun, my EMP one. It still runs really good. It probably is one of like the best AAA ports for a game on Mac currently, even though it's probably not where a lot of people would love to see performance gains over crossover. But compared to my videos on Baldur's Gate throughout the entire release of that game, up until the last patch, this is running really nicely on Mac. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, again, please like and subscribe. I'll keep making videos on both my MacBook Pro and my M4 Max Studio. It's really enjoyable, and I appreciate all of your guys' support thus far. And please let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to try, or other games you'd like me to test and show performance on either of those machines. And I hope you guys all have a great day. See you later. Bye.